Hey everybody, it's Wayne. Thanks so much for tuning in. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Wayne Nichols and I retired in 2020. Leading up to that, I really hadn't done much in the form of investing, and then along came a lot of content that I discovered on YouTube regarding dividend investing. So I invested in my very first dividend stock in 2021 and I have never looked back. This year, I have a pretty ambitious goal to make 15,000. We'll see if I can reach that goal. March was a fantastic month. You'll have to see if I broke any records though. Let's go ahead and kick things off by looking at my M1 brokerage. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, I've got two primary brokerages, M1 and Robinhood. And essentially, I'm using Robinhood to hold on to stocks that I own 100+ shares that I'm able to sell covered calls against. M1, I kind of look at it more like a long-term set it and forget it type of portfolio. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at all the dividends that I received in the month of March. I'll tell you right now, it's a lot. Just in my M1 brokerage, I received a total of 35 dividends. So we're gonna go ahead and go through these not too slowly, but at a steady pace so we can go ahead and make this video not too long, as short as we need to make it. So things started off at the beginning of the month with Visa. I earned 53 cents. I want to kind of point out, this is the last time that you will see an incoming dividend from Visa below $1. I have finally been able to get up enough shares of Visa, well, where now every quarter I'll make at least over $1 in dividend income. Kroger paid me out $26. JEPI and JEPQ, these are my monthly payers, and I own just about 100 shares of each. JEPI paid me out $41.53. JEPQ paid me $43.73. I've said this before, it's interesting that JEPQ is at a lower price point and yet pays a little bit more than JEPI, at least in the last 2 months. Southern Company paid me $3.42. Johnson & Johnson, which is also in my long-term hold slice, along with SO, paid me $2.37. Take a look here at HTGC. They paid me nearly $110. So this is definitely one of my bigger payers for the month of March. ExxonMobil paid me $1.89. ADC, this is a relatively newer addition to my M1 portfolio. This is a monthly payer REIT, and it paid me out $1.11. Horizon, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be considered a special or other dividend, paid me out 2 cents, but be on the lookout for the bigger of the two payments. Main Street Capital also paid out an extra dividend in the month of March. This one was for $23.28. McDonald's paid me $1.98. O Realty, which is the monthly payer, this bad boy paid me $52.03. Before the video ends, I'm going to give you a breakdown on all of my monthly payers. I've been working on building out a spreadsheet to kind of show you what my favorite monthly payers are. And if you guys have seen previous content, you certainly know that O is in that top 3. Stag is also one of my favorite monthly payers. This month it paid me out $51.88. There is the second half of Horizon Technology. This is also a monthly payer, $68.53. ABR paid me out $45.72. Owl Rock Capital paid me out 40 cents. I believe that I only have about 10 shares of this particular stock. SPY-D, this ETF, paid me out $23.96. And one of my favorite ETFs, which is VYM, paid me out $2.85. A lot more to cover. Take a look here. The 24th of March, things kicked off with SPHD. This is another monthly payer, $1.60. I also want to point out that I hold SPHD in my Robinhood brokerage. I own 100 shares on Robinhood. So not only am I receiving that monthly dividend, but I'm also selling covered calls to generate that monthly income. Texas Roadhouse, this is going to be in my long-term hold slice. This paid me out $3.31. And I got to tell you, my Texas Roadhouse position has been doing really good the last 2 months. SCHD, everybody's favorite ETF, paid me just under $20. I'll tell you, be on the lookout for some upcoming content. Spoiler alert, I have finally opened up a Roth IRA. And I can tell you right now, SCHD, I am going all in when it comes to what I'm going to fund within my Roth IRA. So be on the lookout for that. Main Street Capital, again, this is the second payer in the month of March, $18.11. VTI, another ETF that I have, $3.10. Devo, this is a relatively newer ETF. This does pay out on a monthly basis. $3.32 is what I received this month. Aries Capital paid me out 5 cents. I have a feeling this is probably going to be the second either special dividend or other dividend for this upcoming month. AVGO is one that I would love to get more shares of. This is in my long-term hold slice, and if you guys have been following along on my weekly portfolio updates, on a daily basis, literally daily basis, I am scooping up fractional shares of AVGO. Capital Southwest paid me $58. This is a pretty big one for the month of March. Guys, look at these. These are all coming in the very last day of March. Glad, a monthly payer, paid me out $16. And we're going to go ahead and skip over this one right here. So Pepsi paid me out $9.02. Prologis is something I've been holding on to for about a year and a half now, and I would love to build on this position. You'll have to let me know if you have heard of Prologis, stock ticker PLD. Union Pacific is in my long-term hold slice, $2.26. Aries Capital paid me just under $100. But the biggest dividend single payer in my portfolio, both Robinhood and M1, was from OCSL, $559.87. I've been long on OCSL since 2021. It's one of the first dividend stocks that I bought. Currently, I am down in my position. Let's go ahead and take a look here at my track your dividend. OCSL, you can see here, I own 1,000 shares. This recently experienced a reverse split. And so currently, my average cost is $21.37. The current price is $18.77. So yes, I am down nearly $2,700. To be honest, I wish I was able to scoop up more shares of OCSL. I would love to average down. But as you know, right now, I am taking all of my dividends. I'm not reinvesting them in the actual stock that pays it out per se, but rather spreading it out to my long-term growth slice. So there you have it. In the month of March, I had a total of 35 dividend payers. Let's go ahead and show you what I earned in Robinhood, and then we're going to go ahead and give you a final tally at the end of today's video. All right, switching over to my Robinhood brokerage account. Admittedly, I love the interface of M1 on the web, but I don't like the app. And I love the app Robinhood, but I don't like the web interface. And one of the things I don't like is I'm not able to sort this in different points of view. So we're gonna go ahead and scroll up, but things started off for me in my Robinhood account. I received $30.49 from Wells Fargo. You can see here that I received 83 cents from Aflac. Be on the lookout for an upcoming video. I have decided to add Aflac to my long-term hold. I'm going to keep it in Robinhood. It's been a little easier to fund until I can build up enough shares where it's worth it to transfer over to M1. But right now, I am all about Aflac, and I hope to put out a video sometime this month talking about why Aflac is going to be long in my portfolio. I was lucky this month that Ford paid out not only its ordinary dividend, but a special dividend. So I received $15 for the special dividend, and then actually maybe the $65 is the special dividend. I'm not sure on that. I got to do some more research. But obviously I received 2 dividends in the month of March for Ford, $65 and $15. Truth be told though, Ford is not a position that I want to keep in my brokerage. I am just looking to break even. And when I do break even, through a combination of share price, selling covered calls, and dividends, I am going to sell out at that position. ConocoPhillips paid me $1.13. Pfizer, which I'm also thinking about adding additional shares. I currently own 101 shares. It paid me out $41.63. Right now, Pfizer has been hovering around its 52-week low, so I would love to pick up additional shares of Pfizer. Obviously, I think it's going to be a long-term hold for me. I love their dividend, slower growth, but I'm very, very happy. Microsoft, one of my biggest payers in Robinhood at least, paid me out $136.77. Microsoft has been an all-around winner in my portfolio. Not only do I have 200 shares, not only does it have fantastic growth, fantastic price appreciation, but I'm also selling covered calls on a regular basis. So right now, Microsoft kind of just, it hits the trifecta: dividend, growth, and income from selling covered calls. Target also paid me out $123.22. I also own 114 shares. Target, I'm also selling covered calls. Truth be told, though, I have a call that I had to roll out much later in the year, so I'm kind of on the sidelines with Target. But what I am happy about is that those dividends keep rolling in. Chevron paid me $2.18. This might be the last time that you see a dividend from Chevron. Obviously in my M1, I own ExxonMobil. Just doesn't seem to make sense for me to own two very similar stocks. So I might sell off Chevron, but in the meantime, $2.18. UPS, $54.75. As you guys know, I have a goal to get to 100 shares, and UPS is one of the few stocks that I make daily purchases from the Robinhood brokerage. UPS, Costco, and now Aflac I have added to daily buys on that. SBLK paid me out $12.51. Whirlpool, one of my biggest losers in my Robinhood account, paid me out $5.36. I am way down in my Whirlpool position, even just from the 3 stocks that I own. I would love to eventually break even and be done with Whirlpool. Old Republic paid me out 25 cents. Here we have Main Street Capital. Remember, because I am selling calls on Main Street Capital, that's why I have 100 shares in Robinhood, and then I also have my shares in M1 as well. Kimberly Royalty paid me out 49 cents. Duke Energy, $2.65. Take a look here at 6th Street Specialty Lending. Paid me out 18 cents. Qualcomm, I own just 1 share. I think I might sell this off because I am just all about ABGO, but it did pay me out 75 cents for the 1 share that I own. SPHD is a monthly payer. I own this not only in Robinhood, but also in M1. I am selling covered calls on this, and it paid me out $14.79 for this month's dividend. Main Street Capital, this is the second dividend in the Robinhood side, $17.50, and I am absolutely loving Main. Again, it's one of my favorite monthly pairs. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you are buying or own any shares of Main Street Capital. Southwest Airlines, I did a video on this a couple of months ago. They just resumed their dividend. So this is the second time since holding on to Southwest Airlines that I've ever received a dividend. I talked about this in a previous video. It's too little, too late for me. As soon as I break even on Southwest Airlines between share price appreciation, dividends, and covered calls, I am going to sell out of my Southwest position. I have no desire to own any airline stocks moving forward. IWM, as you guys know, one of my favorite stocks to sell covered calls against. I earned $63.07 on this low cap ETF. Domino's paid me out $1.21. I only own 1 share of this. I kind of bought it because recently it had hovered around that 52-week low. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and buy 1 share. I'd love to scoop up more Domino's, but it's just a very expensive stock. And as you guys know, this year I have so many stocks that I'm focusing on. Right now I've got a total of 14 stocks that are in my long-term growth holding slice of M1. That's not including the 3 that are in essentially Robinhood, which is Aflac, Costco, and UPS. But Domino's is one that I would love to pick up more shares of. Bank of America paid me out $22.59. This is one that I own 102 shares. I am also looking to get rid of Bank of America. I really want to sell out of this position. Again, I do think that Bank of America, along with the other financial institutes, are going to bounce back. but it's just not a stock that I want to be invested in. I'd rather take that money and invest, in Aflac or UPS or Costco. I've got higher priority stocks that I'd like to get my hands on. LTC Properties paid me out $19. This is also a monthly pair. So there you have it. In the month of March, I received a total of 25 dividend payments in my Robinhood. Let's go to my spreadsheet and total everything up. So here we have it. These are the total amount of dividends that I received for both Robinhood and M1. And as I mentioned, it was a fantastic month. Take a look here. Robinhood, for the 25 total dividend payers, I earned $671.85. In M1, I earned a total of 35 dividends and I received $1,318.82. That's a grand total for the month of March of nearly $2,000. Let's go ahead and compare this to the other months and years. And as you can see here, March of 2023 by far is my best paying month. Not my best month though. My best month was December of 2022, in which I earned $2,087. Back in December, I had a total of 78 total dividend payments. 53 came from Robinhood, 25 came from M1. So this is something that I'm also tracking going forward. I want to look at historical dividend payments. But I am really happy about this. Year to date, I'm at $3,335.15. If we were to add up this time last year, I would have been at nearly $1,700 for the first 3 months of 2022. So I have nearly doubled. Actually, nearly doubled that amount. So $3,335.15. I'm very happy about that. Again, as you know, I am investing in long-term growth this year. Quality, not quantity, is my motto. But before I leave you, I want to show you a new spreadsheet that I'm kind of keeping track, and that is all of my monthly payers. I am essentially using all of these shares, and we'll go ahead and show you all of my monthly shares. Now, this was updated in the middle of March, so this might need a little bit more updating for next month. But you can see here, even if you want to pause the video, because I won't go into each and every one, but these are, I think it's a total of 9 or 10? No, a total of 10 monthly pairs. So from ADC all the way down to Stag, you can see here the dividend on these, the total amount of shares that I own. The red indicates that I own shares in 2 different brokerages. As you can see here, Main and SPHD fall into that category. So right now, and I want to point this out, right? So JEPI and JEPQ did not pay as much as they did in late 2022. So even with the variable dividend payout from JEPI and JEPQ, I'm still averaging more than $300 on a monthly basis. That's just over $4,000 on a yearly basis. I am taking all of this money, and rather than reinvesting it into the dividend payer itself, I am using this to buy, right? Again, this year, quality, not quantity. I'm using this to focus on the stocks that I have in my long-term growth slice of M1. So I'm excited about this because this was kind of the plan, right? Use those monthly pairs and buy other quality stocks. And you can see here, January, I earned, just from monthly pairs, $342. I earned nearly the identical amount in February. If you remember, Main paid out a special dividend. And because I hold this in both brokerages, we saw a rather significant increase in Main from February to March. So this month, just my monthly pairs paid out $375. I'm really excited about that. And again, I go back to, if you are not tracking your dividend progress, you're missing out on this level of excitement. So for me to be able to look at, every month this year, I have easily surpassed the previous year, and March was no exception. Right now, I have a goal though. I would love to surpass that total number of $2,087 that I earned this past December. I don't know that's going to happen in April. I think we're going to have to wait till June to see if that'll happen. But you will have to remain tuned in. Hey, thanks so much for letting me document my dividend journey. I'm really excited about this passive income as it continues to snowball. And again, just in 2 years, yes, I've been able to pour gasoline on this fire, and I continue to do so. So I'm excited to share the journey. I hope you guys found some value. I hope that you're staying motivated. Be sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe and like. And if you guys have any questions, throw them down in the comments. Hey, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so very much.